Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sandra and basically we're doing another planner video. I know that you guys have been telling me you like these, so I decided I was going to do another one, and if you are continuing to like these, be sure and give me a good thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. And I would love to hear any comments or questions or any ideas you guys have of anything else you'd like to see me show that's planner related. I know I have a lot of people who follow me for my planner videos and others who do for my project life, so I love to hear from you guys. For this page, we are going to be using some Target dollar spot stamps. Those were actually $3, not a dollar, but I figured I really like them and I wanted to use them and show you guys that you can also decorate your planner pages on a budget. I also happen to have these craft labels in my stash that were a dollar, and they were from the Target dollar spot. It's kind of random that I'm also using them. I just happened to see them and thought they would make a good base for my month. I usually like to back my month up on something or give it something to stand on because it just makes it stand out more, and I just think it looks really cute. And if you guys have seen my previous planner videos, then you kind of know that. I do have a video where I talk all about stamping in case you guys are wondering about that. And you're new to it, so be sure and check that out if you want to see more about that or you have a lot of questions in regards to that. I also was using the Dollar Spot Alpha that I had gotten months back. I was originally trying to go with the white, but I didn't really like the way the white looked. I thought the blue ended up looking better, so you're going to see me change that, and thankfully it didn't, they came up pretty well, so they didn't rip the paper or anything like that, but I do end up switching them out. I feel like it's more April-y. And I am going for like a spring Easter look for these pages. I just thought that would be fun. And I'm working with some Memento ink as well as some pigment inks, as you will see, and this one is Pear Tart. I will be linking all the products that I'm using as well as the stores I shop at in the description box below. I'm trying to get better at that for you guys because I know, at least for me, sometimes I'll see something in a video and I really want to get it afterwards, and it's easier if there's a link or whatnot, and I do appreciate those of you who use my links. As always, thank you so much for that and for the support that you guys give me. So for this layout, I basically was kind of winging it and going more for a spring Easter theme, but I didn't have anything in my head that was like, oh, this is exactly what I'm going to do. This is a pigment ink I'm using right now. I believe it's from Tedusco, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I really like using these inks. The only drawback is that you need to give it a little bit of time to dry, longer than you would, let's say, a Memento ink, which is a dye ink. If you guys want to know more about stamping, I'll try to remember to link in the description box below my Stamping 101 video, because I know that not everyone who watches these videos has, let's say, been a crafter for super long and knows all about stamping. So that's, for you guys, if you want to know a little bit more about that, the different types of stamps there are, that's kind of a helpful guide for you guys. And right now I'm just using my Strathmore pens, which I really love these pens, not just for writing and every day in my planner, but also just for creating doodles and things. They have a very fine point, so it allows you to kind of like add lots of details without having to worry about filling up the space a little too much. So if you have any sort of artistic or drawing ability, or you just like to doodle, these are really fun pens to own, and they don't necessarily seep through the pages. A lot of times with certain inks you can see the shadows because Kikki.K planner pages are quite thin, so it's kind of hard to find an ink that doesn't necessarily go through them unless it's a chalk ink. But that really doesn't bother me. I don't mind the slight ghosting effect because it doesn't really go through it's more of a shadow. And I did use one of the ink pads that came with the $3 stamp set that I picked up from Target, just to show that you can use that if you absolutely need to. It is not the best quality ink, but if you are still working on your stamping collection, or your ink collection, shall we say, it's definitely an option that you can use just to get started. But I would definitely little by little save up, because those Memento Dewdrop inks or even pigment inks really don't cost all that much. So if you can, I would definitely invest in building up your ink collection little by little. That's something that I've done. Part of the reason I have as many inks as I do is because I've slowly built them up, because I've been crafting for quite a while now, since high school pretty much. So I used that Pinkfresh washi to basically put over the reinforcements, and then I just punched it with my Crop-A-Dile. I basically add that just to give it another look of, like, I guess style it a little bit more, but also just to reinforce the holes as well, since this paper is quite thin. And I just thought it went really well with the spring theme, since I have lots of blues and yellows. I thought that would look cute. And I love that little fox from that stamp set, from that little stamp set. That was one of the things that really sold me. And then I decided to also stamp that little bee, and for some reason at the moment when I stamped it, I felt like you couldn't see it that much, but looking back at it now, you can actually really see it. So I probably could have left it without outlining it at all, but I did decide to outline it with this Papermate pen. and it's just a regular Papermate pen, not very expensive at all, and I just outlined it with some black to kind of give it more definition. But you definitely don't have to do that if you decided to kind of do something similar. You could have just left it as is, but you know, hindsight's 2020, so I end up doing another one and I leave that one because I was like, you know what, this looks nice on its own, but I actually do like the way it looks with being outlined as well, so I ended up adding those little stems, which also are from that same stamp set. I'm kind of just sticking to that stamp set for these pages because I thought it would be fun just to do something that was not heavy on dimension for this one and more heavy on stamping to show you how much you can really create a custom page in your planner just by using some simple stamps. And I'm stamping the little eggs throughout there because I just think they look really cute, and since the main holiday in April is Easter, I thought that that would be really fun just to create it really springy. And then I'm just adding those little bulbs to the little stems, which I thought were really cute, and I thought that little tiny little rabbit head was so adorable. I knew I had to use it somehow, and I'm just using, I believe, the Pink Posy Memento ink for that, and I just decided to add it throughout I just decided to kind of just add layers of little drawings, and I thought they looked really cute, made my pages really pop. For this part here, I'm just doing exactly the same thing. So I did decide to just kind of stamp in the little Easter box to just add the little decoration to that because I think it's really fun to just mark off special days or even just days where you know you have things that you need to do and maybe you just stamp something in there randomly. And then I'm decorating the top of the other side of the page, which I'm still doing very similar but just a little bit different because it is May. You could definitely individualize May and make it look different than the April page while still coordinating the colors. I just kind of wanted to keep it similar because it's something I enjoy doing, but I might obviously change and do it differently at some point. But for now, I really like just coordinating the pages since mostly, I believe the only holiday for May is Mother's Day, so I definitely have to mark that off as a very important holiday. I had this little fabric strip that I have had in my stash forever, and I really love it because it's like a florally blue color, and I thought it would work perfect on this spread, so I added it, and I've kind of been hoarding that piece because I like it so much. But I was like, it's time to use it, and it would look really nice on here, so I decided to use that. And I added some more of that Heart Craft label, which is also from the Dollar Spot. Then I added some more of those little like flower bulbs that I believe are tulips, but I'm not 100% sure. I just really like the way they look, so I thought I'd add some more to the top of this page and then pull out my pen again and add some little stems and flowers and just create another cute little scene. I was really playing with the idea of adding some eggs to that little wicker basket that I stamped, but in the end I really kind of just changed my mind on that. I didn't want to like overpower the little basket by stamping in it, but I definitely just wanted to add a little something, so. And then like I said before, I did add another little bee, and it looks super cute just like that. I didn't really think it needed it to be outlined. I felt like it was pretty well seen there. And then I decided to add some of those little clouds again because I just figured that makes it all go cohesively together. And I love the way that stamping looks on craft. The tag is craft, that's like a brown type of paper. And it always looks a little bit darker when you stamp on brown paper. The pigment ink or whatever ink you use kind of changes its property a little bit and looks darker. I went ahead and did the same thing I did on my last page, and I'm just adding some more decorations to the bottom, just making a little flower scene in a little garden. And I just really like the way that looks, so I figured I might as well do it again. And I added different types of greens just to give it a little bit more dimension because things in nature are not the same color. So I figured adding different colors and things in there would just make it look more natural, I guess. And I just basically used the different little ink pads that I had that you've seen me use throughout this. And I really hope you guys are enjoying these types of videos. I try to do them as best as I can for you guys because I really do this just for fun. And I really just enjoy doing it. And it seems that you guys have enjoyed doing them as well with me. As always, thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you do like these videos, be sure and thumbs up and let me know. And I love hearing from you guys in general, so don't forget to leave me a comment if you get a chance. And basically, these pages are done. The only thing I'm going to add is going to be a little insert in the middle. I wasn't sure at first what I wanted to add. You guys saw for my last Valentine's one that I did do a little plastic insert that I added. I was tempted to do that again, but I decided to go a little bit more simpler and just add a project life card. So I just lined that up with my pages and then used that as a guide to just punch the holes, because I just thought it would look cute, and I thought the pop of orange was just kind of nice on there, because to me, with the way that it had the watercolor and kind of like scallopy effect, I thought it would go good with my pages. And then I added that other piece of crafts label that I had left over from cutting the first one that I did on the top of the page, and added it to this card just to bring it all together in cohesiveness. And then I played with the idea of stamping notes on that or adding that black scallop, but I felt like it made it look a little Halloween-y. So I didn't end up going with that, but I just ended up adding more stickers and putting notes so that throughout my week, if I have anything that I really want to remember, I'm going to put it on that card as my note place, especially since I don't do weekly, or else you guys would totally see me doing decorating weekly pages and all of that kind of stuff. So basically this page is done. I forgot to show you guys the little bunny clip that I handmade as well, but I will try to leave a picture at the end of this video so you guys can see it. And if you want to see me do a video on how I made that clip, then also leave me a comment in the box below and let me know, because I'd love to hear from you guys and know what you guys want to see. And don't forget to follow my links of social media that I leave below, and if you want to buy anything, be sure and click on the links below and find what you're looking for, you guys. So thanks again for watching, and nice to have you here with me as always. Bye!